Hi Jitendra, welcome back to my channel SciTech. In today's we'll try to compare the both phones IQ7 versus the OnePlus 9R device, which phone to buy and why as well. So if you're really confused between both phones, so try to watch till end of the video friends. Don't try to skip because I'll try to cover all the pros and cons of each and every aspect which I have written in this paper. As you can see friends, I'll start with the performance, display, battery charging, camera, connectivity and build quality. I'll try to talk each and everything because I've been using this both phones very intense kind of usage. And I did upload more than 100 videos on each smartphone, so make sure to check the playlist. So links will be available in the description below. Try to check the playlist and videos. You can watch a lot of tutorials and a lot of in-depth comparisons I have done. And after doing so many videos and after intense kind of experience, only I'll be able to talk this much about all these different kind of aspects friends. So try to watch till end of the video. So just before comparing the actual differences, so first let's talk about the UI. So in terms of the user interface, both phones are really good and smooth, no issues in terms of the UI. So both feels kind of really clean and close to each other. The reason why I'm saying close to each other, let me try to show you friends one quick sample. When I try to click the reset button, both phones feel like they are kind of same UIs, as you can see here clearly. The same thing goes to the even for the notification panel as well. It feels like really close to similar options are available between both UIs. So not only there, even in the Wi-Fi settings option, so if you see the Wi-Fi settings options exactly as it is, as you can see friends, you'll feel some kind of similarities between both UIs. But if you don't want this One Touch OS, then definitely absolutely you can choose the OnePlus UI. There's nothing wrong in that. And if you want a faster Android updates as well, then definitely the OnePlus will be slightly upper hand in terms of the UI. So now let's begin in terms of the performance wise. In terms of the performance wise, which phone will I pick? Absolutely, I'll try to pick the IQ7 smartphone. The reason is because just before this video, I uploaded a video speed test comparison between both phones, testing all this kind of applications, 15 applications, as you can see from games and applications. And IQ7 did outperform the OnePlus 9R in plenty of applications and games. So try to watch that video, you'll definitely understand. And the main reason can be the external RAM, but I'm not sure. I'll try to do that kind of testing without using external RAM. But having this kind of external RAM is really good option, which gives you a really flexibility in terms of the RAM management and utilization. So in terms of the throttling issues, both phones not having any kind of throttling much issues. But in terms of the performance wise, the IQ7 is a clear winner, which will always remain exactly about 80%. Always in this IQ7 device, 80%. In the OnePlus 9R, we do see 76%, little bit throttle, but not much. And in terms of the Antutu benchmarks, friends, don't ask me. Antutu benchmarks, absolutely the IQ7 is a clear winner. Doesn't matter how many times I do, doesn't matter in any condition you do, still the score is really beast in this phone. Recently I did upload a video when testing the Antutu benchmark score, testing below 2% and charging at same time. Try to check this video friends, unique video where you can understand the performance is really good. So in terms of the Antutu benchmark score, this is really good friends. So no doubts about this performance in this IQ7 device. So in terms of the OnePlus 9R, it's also good, but little bit less than the IQ7 device. But where the OnePlus 9R really shines is that having the Type-C port, which is a 3.0 Type-C. The reason why I'm saying 3.0 Type-C is necessary because when you're trying to transfer the data from the hard disk or any SSD or pen drive to this OnePlus 9R, the speeds can go up to 400 Mbps and 300 Mbps in this phone. And if you ask me how much will be the speed in this phone, it will be 30 Mbps. Yes friends, I did a video on that one, which is a USB Type-C is of 2.0 version. The USB Type-C version is of 3.0 version in the OnePlus 9R. So slightly difference, but it makes huge difference. So UFS storage is 3.1. That's completely different because UFS storage is regarding the internal storage and Type-C port is regarding the transfer of data from internal to the external devices. So in that case, the OnePlus 9R is a clear winner. And in terms of the performance and multitasking, slightly points for the IQ7. So that's it for the performance wise friends. So there's nothing more. And in terms of the gaming, I forgot to mention, in terms of the gaming, both phones feels really good in terms of the gaming. But let me try to quickly show you one thing. So I just want to show you regarding this. Yes, in terms of the gaming, you do get plenty of options here. So out of this, only one option is really useful for me, which is a 4D vibrations. So even in the OnePlus 9R, you do get the vibrations. Let me try to show you friends, which is the haptic feedback. But you do get the haptic feedbacks only from the one side. If you're trying to shoot, you will get only one side. That is only one-sided. But here it's 4D. In the beginning, I thought it's kind of gimmick, but it's actually a 4D friends. You'll get really good vibration effect covering the back part. That's a very good thing. I love playing games in this phone. That is my final verdict of this comparison in terms of the performance wise. Performance, no doubt, IQ7. So next, in terms of the display. So in terms of the display, slightly mixed thoughts because of the green tint issues which is going on in the IQ7 device, but I'm just waiting for my update as well to fix the green tint issue, so which I did plenty of videos on the green tint already. So just type in the YouTube green tint SciTech Guru, you'll get all my videos which I uploaded on the IQ7 as well. So try to check those videos and you'll get a clear idea, friends, what is going on with this kind of green tint problem. So if you leave that green tint issue side, so both displays are really good and really amazing, so no doubt in that. So if you leave the green tint issue side, both are really good. And in terms of the brightness levels, 1300 nits on this phone and 1100 nits on this phone. So brightness will be slightly good on the IQ7 device. So there's one thing I did observe, and there's some kind of flickering issue is also going on, but that is not you cannot see with the naked eye, but you can only see in the camera itself in the IQ7 device. So apart from that, the display looks in both phones, you cannot even differentiate which phone has a better display, because both are kind of same kind of display. You can see not much difference is there at this point. That is what I did observe, friends. As you can see, absolutely same kind of display, not much difference. So in terms of the display wise, I'm giving points to both phones, equal points, because 120 Hz and 120 Hz. So slightly a green tint issue, so that's not happening in all the phones, only few units it's happening. And next, let's move to the battery and the charging. Battery and the charging as well, there is not much to talk, because both phones are able to perform equally. The reason why I'm saying equally, because recently I did a PUBG draining test as well, comparing the OnePlus 9R with the IQ7 and other smartphones. So try to check this video which is in my home page. So in this test, you can clearly see the battery draining results were really close to both phones. So there is not much difference. 4400 mAh of battery, 4500 mAh of battery, and 66 watt fast charging, 65 watt fast charging. But this OnePlus 9R can charge within 40 minutes, no problem, no issues, 40 to 42 minutes, that's it. And the company claims it can charge by 39 minutes. That's perfectly alright with me. But where is this IQ7? It's completely strange. So the reason why it's strange, because the company says it can charge within 30 minutes, but my unit is taking 35 minutes, and some other phones are taking about 1 hour 10 minutes, which I'm getting the comments, as you can see. 44 minutes, some people it's taking, and there are a lot of other users who are actually facing this kind of issues, 40 to 45 minutes. In terms of the charging speed, it's not consistent, but I'll try to do another video on that particular topic, so stay tuned for that video, friends, which is going to come very soon. So in the charging speed rate, there are kind of mixed feelings with the IQ7 device. Because of the temperature, the charging speed is also getting affected in this IQ7 device. And just today morning, I did a video on this charging and playing PUBG game at same time. You can watch this video. The results will be really shocking. Try to watch this video, friends. So in terms of the charging wise, slightly disappointed with the IQ7, even though it says 66, but it's not charging according to the timing in my unit, and if in other few units as well. I'm saying only this kind of cons based upon, not based upon only my usage. I'm saying all this kind of disadvantage based upon all of the comments and feedback I'm trying to get with me. So every time I get a comment and a negative comment or any kind of disadvantage, I'll try to take the screenshot and I'll try to keep in my gallery. So in this way, I'll be able to save all the screenshot, as you can see, friends. So I'll try to refer every time I'm trying to go to any kind of disadvantage. So that is what I'm trying to do right now. So whatever disadvantage you listen from me, it not comes from me, it comes from several users who commented in my channel. So next, in terms of the display, in terms of the camera. So in terms of the camera, and about the battery backup, both are kind of same. I'm getting about screen on time 6 hours, not much difference. So battery backup and charging kind of okay for me, except this issue. So next, in terms of the camera, and so in terms of the camera, both are having the 48 megapixel camera lens, as you can see, 48 megapixel camera, but slightly better advantage for the IQ7 device in terms of the night mode capabilities. So in terms of the night mode capabilities, slightly better advantage for the IQ7 device, so which can actually capture really very good colors even in the dark mode as well. That is a really good advantage which I got in the IQ7 device. And in terms of the selfie shots, I do feel the OnePlus 9 are slightly having more saturated colors and slightly little bit kind of more saturated little bit than the IQ7 selfie. Other than that, in few of the shots which I do feel the clarity is much detail on this IQ7 device than the OnePlus 9R device. So that is what I did feel in the few of the shots, but not in every shot. But definitely there's quite comparison between both phones, and most of the feedback I did get that IQ7's camera is slightly better when compared with the OnePlus 9R. But I'll try to do separate video, friends. So in one video it's unable to explain in complete details, but overall as a round figure I can give you that camera is slightly advantage in this phone. But I'll try to do in-depth comparison A to Z regarding the camera, so stay tuned for that video. Maybe tomorrow I'll try to do that. So that is a pending video which for me is there right now. So next, in terms of the connectivity, so in terms of the connectivity, friends, the clear winner is a OnePlus 9R, not according to my unit, because my unit IQ7 suffers a lot with the connectivity issues. So even in the Wi-Fi speeds as well, I'm getting off the Wi-Fi speeds, not much Wi-Fi speeds. Whereas in the OnePlus 9R with the same Wi-Fi network, same server, I'm getting about 80 Mbps, but right now I'm getting only 42 Mbps. And there is no 4G Plus still right now in my unit. I did use SIM 1, SIM 2, no change. I did reset APN settings, no change. I did change my location. There is no improvement in this phone, except in this phone I'm getting 4G Plus in all the smartphones. I did a 4G Plus comparison, which is the epic comparison, friends. So as you can see, try to check this video. Just because of this IQ7, I started to test in each and every smartphone I'm having. In every other phone I did get the 4G Plus, except in the IQ7 device. I'm not saying there's some problem with the IQ7 model completely, just there's some problem with only few of the units, which a lot of other users are also complaining regarding that, and few users they are getting the 4G Plus and few are not getting. So maybe because of the software update, but definitely I'll wait for my software update as well very soon. But right now with my unit there's a problem, so maybe that's why I'm trying to give the points to OnePlus 9R. As you can see, it's clearly the winner in terms of the connectivity. So right now I am using the, I think, let me try to show you, friends, I'm using the 4G SIM as well. So I'm using the 4G SIM right now, which is a Jio SIM, which should be supported with the 4G Plus, but still I'm not getting 4G Plus. You can clearly see there is no 4G Plus. So in terms of the connectivity, friends, OnePlus 9R. So next is the build quality. So build quality, some people they do like this kind of glossy texture on the backside. Some people they prefer this kind of material on the backside, as you can see. So it depends upon the person to person, and the same kind of is there. As you can see, the camera bump in both phones, same kind of bump is there, and same kind of placements can be found except the volume button in this side. And the dual speakers, in terms of the speakers, the OnePlus, I like the speakers. I did so many comparisons in terms of loudspeaker. The OnePlus loudspeakers are really amazing, which is really good. So which is what I like from this OnePlus speakers, which has a Dolby Atmos inbuilt as well. So maybe that is the reason why the sound quality is really good in this particular phone. That is what I'll do like. Let me try to show you the sound quality. So I'm searching in the display instead of sound. So I think yes. So Dolby Atmos, so which makes the sound experience really good. And the final verdict, which phone is the best for you? In case if you're buying the smartphone for the long-term usage, maybe for 3 years or 4 years, then definitely prefer the OnePlus 9R. The reason is because the OnePlus 9R, maybe the OnePlus updates is slightly better than the IQ device. That is what I did feel. But this is my new phone, friends, IQ smartphone, so I cannot complain much. But I'm using the OnePlus 8T from the beginning to till now. I did get so many updates, so many updates as well. Even right now there's an update which I need to do. So in this software update segment, I do trust the OnePlus than the IQ7 smartphone update. So that is what I'm trying to say. So in case if you are a person of using long-term usage, try to use the OnePlus 9R. Try to buy the OnePlus 9R. Otherwise, if you want to use the phone for just 1 to 2 years or maybe 3 years, then this should be good on the IQ7 as well. So overall, friends, this is a quick comparison. And connectivity wise, OnePlus 9R, software updates OnePlus 9R, and slightly charging as well, little bit advantage OnePlus 9R, loudspeaker OnePlus 9R, and the IQ7 performance and price. That is the main reason. The price is also huge difference. Price, and next I think the camera. These are the few details which I like in the IQ7 smartphone. So that's it, friends. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure to check my recently uploaded videos, which is on the battery overcharging prevention test. So make sure to check this video. You'll be getting really interesting results. So try to watch this video, friends. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next video, friends. Stay tuned. Bye.